PILATESwiss internationally recognized 450-hour teacher education program has been around for 25 years. We keep growing and we keep expanding and blossoming, and we keep being motivated and committed to giving you the best student experience on the market. Hi, I'm Carolina Schmid, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about our bilingual, comprehensive teacher education program here in this little film. When you look at PILATESwiss website and you scroll down, there are little questions and little accordions that fall out that teach you about what to learn with PILATESwiss, what to expect with PILATESwiss, what to know about PILATESwiss. In a nutshell, our comprehensive program consists of different building blocks. 70 hours are given to you for self-study, but you're going to self-study way more than 70 hours, guaranteed. But we give you 70 hours that we think that you're reading your notes between Module 1 and Module 2 of the different workshops, or that you're preparing the stuff that we send in advance. But 70 is really peanuts. Then there's 165 of work experience. Every job requires you to have work experience. And what is that? Well, you get a job subbing at your Pilates studio in your neighborhood or at your fitness center teaching mat. And quite quickly, you'll get together your 165 required work experience hours. Now, lucky students might get a chance to even earn money during the program teaching for us. It can't be your mom in your basement who loves you. It has to be somebody who's paying you and you're in a proper work environment. Then there are the 144 workshop hours. The 144 workshop hours are those hours where your bum is on a reformer, on a mat, where you're learning with other avid students at our locations in our method. 144 hours of all of the classical machines. It's Pilates Basic, it's Pilates Postnatal, Reformer, Chair, Barrel, you get the idea. It's on the list on our website. It's called Mandatory Workshop Hours. And the cool thing about it is that we don't say, oh, you missed the chance to start, see you next year. You can start anytime. What you do is you just get a paper agenda and look at the different topics. Oh, Math Class Basic, golly, you offer that 5 times a year. How user-friendly is that? And then you pick the date of the Math Class Basic workshop that you would like. Most people do it somewhere at the beginning of their journey. And then you look at all the different workshops and make sure you plan your process so that you get all those topics in. And then you just go and book them. You just go register. That guarantees you a spot in that workshop. And there you can put together your timing and your tempo. Timing and tempo. So there are some folks who really want to burn through the process. They have a job waiting for them in LA or in Dubai or whatever, and the owner of the club said, but you have to have a comprehensive, internationally recognized certificate. Well, come on. And so these people, depending on how the workshops are scheduled, can do it in as low as 6 months to 8 months. But their steam is going to be coming out of their ears. And then there are folks who are currently working and they want to beam down their job and beam up teaching Pilates. And so those are the ones who will take a year and a half, 2 years at max. And that's kind of more normal. So there's always folks who have things to do. They got lives, they got a holiday planned, a wedding, and they can't do all of the workshops perhaps this year. And so they'll, right from the beginning, say, hey, Carolina, I have just signed up for the teacher training program. I would like now to be eligible for the student benefits that you get when you commit and register for all of the program. And if you then say, but I want to take next year's chair workshop, you still get to be in the valuable student program where you get half price on renting machines, where you get into the support chat, where you get fast-tracked into the quartet and ensemble groups. All these little student benefits are still open to you if in the beginning where you write us an email and say, yes, I have just signed up for everything, and I have signed up, or I will sign up for next year's barrel workshop. No problem. And most people do the whole sign-up process right away. I recommend that because last year there were hearts broken because people missed the deadline and some of our workshops were full. This is because we take very few participants per machine. For example, in the Reformer, we have a maximum of 2 to 3 people per machine. One person is teaching, one person is being taught, one person is writing notes. And so we don't have 10 people standing around a reformer and you might get a chance to jump in and try a couple exercises. You really get a lot of attention, exposure, and support. And so book everything right from the beginning, commit to what you want to do, but take your time and plan so that you enjoy the process. If you're all stressed and it's, oh my God, it's a workshop again, then you're not going to have any fun. And if you have fun, then you're going to make money with it. If you're enjoying and loving it, then it's going to catch fire. If it's like, I'm not prepared, I forgot to practice, it will suck. You cannot milk wine out of a stone. You really have to take your time, immerse yourself. But we have both options for our avid students. So that's the 144 workshop hours. Check out the student benefits, they're really cool. And the final thing that's not included in the 5,000 something Swiss franc workshop hours tuition is the coaching hours. And here is the explanation of why we require coaching hours and how you can get your coaching hours. Well, coaching hours are important. Students who have passed our program and are running successful blossoming students are the ones that leaned into the coaching hours. Coaching hours is where you come back after studying or after taking a workshop and smell studio air and be in the studio environment and hang out at the studio and take classes and go and immerse yourself further. It's not just the workshop hours. If you take a piano class, you got to go and practice it. You got to go and get in, make a concert. So the workshop hours are also and a concept that's student-friendly. You can do the 61 required coaching hours in the form of supervised machine training. This can be completely free of charge if your home studio allows you to practice for your reformer exam on their reformers and they don't charge you. It has been in the past that students can do these coaching hours entirely free of charge. So studios take an avid student, say go to Carolina, go to PILATESwiss, they're doing these great 450-hour comprehensive educations every year. And then the studio, of course, allows that student to go and practice on their machines. So yeah, you can do your comprehensive 61 coaching hours at your home studio. And if they don't charge you, then it's free. Then there are students who are not living in Zurich and can't come every week to take a wall class or a reformer ensemble or take a personal training. They fly in from France, they fly in from LA, they fly in from Dubai. And because of that, they look on the additional workshop list for more coaching hours, and I make it worth their time. So there's a couple really cute workshops. For example, Pilates for injuries and pathologies. Really cool workshop, super important. And it's under the additional workshops list. You don't have to do it, but it's really good to do it. And if you come to that weekend, it's already 16 recognized coaching hours. If you're traveling into Zurich to get that workshop done, you can check them off, those 16 hours of your 61 required coaching hours. And most of those students will come in on Friday, do 4 or 5 hours with us. They'll take a group class, they'll take a private, they'll do a little consulting, and they'll stay for half day on Monday. So they'll not only get the 16 hours of the workshop that they've attended, but maybe if they've done another 10 hours Friday and Monday, then they've got 25, 26. And that's a really user-friendly way to recognize the people who make the effort to come all the way to Zurich. Those workshop hours are really affordable, and they're also a completely additional topic that you can put on your class schedule. Like, for example, we have Pilates Bar Fusion, really booming right now. You see, you can hear, we're trying to make everything in our tempo, in our bilingual notes, tests, and language and instruction, and in the way you can get the coaching hours to be as student-friendly as possible. And so I wrote the workshops, the individual weekends, the individual teacher education module parts like I would like to attend a workshop, full of information, very intensive, very nutritious, and they're really a lot of content for your investment. They're a really high quality, student-friendly experience, and the proof is in the pudding. We have tons of avid students who have been giving us word of mouth recommendations, and this is why we are still going strong and blossoming. Please join us this year. We would love to meet you at PILATESwiss.